When I was 8, everyone said that I was just glued to my dad's side, so always riding on the back of his wheelchair or sitting on his lap.
And you could see like her blonde hair, and she had glasses, and she was just kind of like a free spirit, always positive and funny and happy, and boy, she could get Steve laughing.
Our path in life involves twists and turns that aren't in our control. And while we don't always get to choose what happens to us, we do get to choose how we move forward. Little did Kiley know that her path would come full circle.
A couple of years ago, middle of the summer, about mid-morning, I discover that there's going to be an opening in the accounting department. This came out of nowhere for me, honestly caught me completely by surprise, had no clue there was a change coming. Amidst my panic, of course, Pat's just being the voice of reason and saying, hey, think of this as a great opportunity. I don't remember the specific number. I think we interviewed maybe 5 people for that role, all of whom had some experience, had degrees, but no one was hitting the mark.
So Pat sent an email to my professor, Dr. Hafer, saying that she was looking for someone to apply for an accounting position at QLI, and hopefully it'd be a recent graduate.
She writes back with 2 names, and the first one is Kiley Bierman.
As a student, Kiley was a star among her peers. So much so that her honors professor was willing to enthusiastically endorse her for a job before she even graduated. Kiley had been shaped by the years she spent caring for her father and growing up under the watchful eye of her extended family.
He came here for rehab at House 3, so getting to see how much people cared about him and our family and took us all in and made sure that he felt like he could be a dad again just made a huge impact on us.
So I remember meeting Kiley for the first time, and I just was in awe at how this little girl who was 8 just adapted to the situation her dad was in.
Her dad having that stroke really made her grow up. I mean, she was, like you said, 8 going on 18. Yeah, she was quite a little girl. She could pretty well take care of her dad, and she's just a go-getter, and you could trust her with anything.
The job Kiley applied for required both a degree and experience, and for good reason. It was a position that carried significant responsibility for QLI's growing financial operations, one that would certainly not be considered entry-level. So without even a degree in hand, the odds were not in Kiley's favor.
My expectations initially, before the first interview with her, were not super. I was reluctant, I was hesitant. My expectations were low.
So I reached out to Pat. We went downtown for lunch. She said, I'd like for you to come to campus and meet Todd and Alicia. Well, she didn't tell me like who they were or what their titles were or that it was an interview.
Kiley comes in, we sit down with her, and she is immediately likable, personable, cheery, is answering our questions with great answers, is asking great questions back. Yes, there's no degree yet, and there's no specific experience, but she's incredibly bright, she's incredibly personable. She is already married to the mission of what it is that we do.
It had been nearly 13 years. Kiley had matured, and so had QLI. But some things, often important things, remain the same. Kiley's return to QLI was like coming home.
When I got the job offer here, I remember telling people, I'm going back to the QLI family. Like, that's just how I referred to it. It was, and I felt kind of cliche saying it that way, but it was just the instinctive feeling that I had.
Being the new kid in the department isn't always easy, particularly when asking why appears to be your favorite conversation starter. But Kiley's team members quickly embraced her, and her youthful curiosity soon became a catalyst for the growth of her team.
So she walks into a department of well-tenured people who, like me, had been at QLI longer than she had been alive at that point. And it's a group of people who had our set way of doing things, and thinking that we were open to change and to other ideas, but we're always a little bit reluctant, right? We're accountants after all.
I've just kind of learned that my leadership style is more one of authenticity and bringing things up organically. It feels really gross to me to just walk up to someone and be like, all right, we're changing this today. I just can't do it genuinely if it doesn't feel good.
She's developed great relationships with everyone in the department. She has seemingly effortlessly taken on every responsibility of the accounting position. And she's made it more efficient. She's made us, I think, more accurate.
It's been a lot of fun just seeing the growth of the team. It's just really cool. I'm just proud of them.
Kiley is a talented accountant, but she is so much more. That little girl whose smile and spirit captured hearts at QLI over a decade ago has come back with much the same smile and spirit, but now she's making her mark as a leader for her team, as a universal team member making an impact across the company, and as a trusted and respected member of the QLI family.
It's not just a job to her, it is her love. She talked about how much she loves it there, and she said, I just couldn't imagine being anywhere else. She says, could I make more money elsewhere? Maybe. But she said, I wouldn't be happy. She goes, I love it there.
If Kiley were to walk into my office tomorrow morning and tell me that she was leaving to take another job, yeah, I would definitely feel a sense of panic and wondering, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? But bigger than that, I would really feel a sense of sadness for QLI. We would be missing out on really just an amazing person. And just based on what she's done in the few years that she's been here, I feel like there is so much potential and so much potential good that she can and will do as we continue to move forward. She's who will fill my spot when I leave.
Well, Kiley, you were my little girlfriend, and you're still my girlfriend. Cheers to you.